In October of 2006, Herman was in a motorcycle accident that left him in a coma. Herman died 8 days later. I need to know if my brother has a message for me.
At sylvia.org.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Sylvia. I'd like to know how my parents are. They both passed away a while ago, and today I actually had a deja vu where I was with my parents in 1980 on our trip down, so I have to ask how they both are and if they have any messages for me.
You know what's so nice is they're together. See, a lot of parents aren't together. I mean, they'll go their separate ways, but they're really linked together, and they go everywhere you go.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Everywhere you go.
And you're wonderful, thank you.
Oh.
I watched you in England and I've come to this country, so...
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
We're all over England now.
No, all over the place.
And also South Africa, did you know that?
Absolutely. You know, my guest says that she was devastated after her brother died in a traffic motorcycle accident. Take a look at this.
Oh.
This is my brother Herman. Growing up, we were very close. I practically raised him. In October of 2006, Herman was in a motorcycle accident that left him in a coma. I never left his side. Herman died 8 days later. I was shattered. Since he passed away, I feel his presence around me, and I can even smell his cologne. I need to know if my brother has a message for me.
Please welcome Tina to the show. Do you think her brother has a message for her?
Yeah, he did say that he felt that he wasn't going to live long like a lot of people do. Secondly, he does send a scent around, you know.
It's almost like he was into paving, and the scent, and my sister actually also claimed she smelled the same thing the day he passed, and it's almost like a greasy,
asphalty.
yeah,
funny,
it's like, and the day I smelled it, I was home by myself.
Well, look at me.
And I actually started calling him.
Cherry blend pipe tobacco. Now, I don't smoke a pipe or anything in the house, and it's my dad.
Right.
Yeah, you'll smell this sort of, like you say, oily, asphalty, you know, like when you prepare the...
motorcycle.
But he said he says that it was his own fault because, this is his terms, he was hot rodding.
Right.
Whatever that means to me. But he said, you know.
Because there was, like, the night that he had his accident, a lot of people showed up at the hospital and they said that he was racing a van. And then there were people who said that the van actually hit him, but then after he passed, nobody knew anything.
I know.
You know, everyone's like, oh, I couldn't really see, but it's like a week ago you said that you saw him.
You told me all that. That's
so
right.
I don't know, did the van hit him?
Yeah.
It did hit him?
But he was really, you know, hot rodding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my
accident.
It was an
accident.
Oh yeah, it wasn't.
Now, when he was in his coma, did he hear?
He heard everything you said because you used to go and talk to him all the time.
I never left. I never.
I mean, tell him about the day's events and what was going on, just like he was there.
Read the newspaper to him.
Yeah.
Everything, and then my niece, his youngest daughter, she's a year and a half. I believe that he's around her.
She sees him.
Like the day of his funeral, she was like looking in the sky.
Oh, sure.
And she called him
They'll
hot.
look on the top of this casket and everything. I've been at funerals where you don't want to tell the family, but they're sitting there dangling their feet on the edge of the casket looking at us.
Right.
I don't want to hit the family and say, look, he's sitting over there.
No, right.
Listen, Uncle Billy up there chilling. Yo, what's up? Is that what you got to say about me,
I've always said I wanted to go to my funeral just to see what people said.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And then go haunt them to pieces. Yeah.
And then there was, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
He had a jacket that he wore all the time, that he had it on the night of the accident. And then his fiance had spoke with the police department because they had taken like the helmet and the shoes and stuff. And they had told her that they had the jacket. Now, when we went to pick up, actually I went to pick up his belongings just about 2 weeks ago, and the jacket wasn't there, and they said they never had any, you know, records of having the jacket, but she claims they told her, do you know where this jacket is? Like, if somebody else got it? Or...
Somebody else got it.
And then, I'm sorry, but about 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks to a month before my brother passed, my grandfather, who passed 10 years prior, I was sleeping on my couch, and I heard him calling my name, and I woke up, and at first I didn't see anything. So I closed my eyes, and then I heard him again. He was yelling like, "Hey, wake up!"
Oh yeah, but he was
and
there
I
to
looked,
get.
and he was sitting on the end of my couch.
Yeah, but he was there to show you that your
That's
brother
why I
was.
said, did he come? My reaction was I came over the side, like I was petrified, to be honest with you. But did he come to give me a message?
Give you. Well, I don't want to say a warning because death is probably the. I know that sounds so morbid, but the most glorious thing we ever go through. People think it's so horrible.
Right.
But he was there to sort of say, "Look, I'm going to come for him."
Okay. And did he come for him?
Oh, yeah.
Was he the one who helped?
Oh, honey, a whole bunch comes for you. That's the party.
Right. Okay.
The only time we're miserable is when we come down here. That's the hell.
I believe.
Yeah.
I gotta take a little
believe
break.
that.
We'll be back right after this. You had a question, though, right, Miss Pam?